Welcome back. I'm Kathy Brown. Thank you for joining me for this second yoga practice on our journey through the chakra course. This week we are looking at our root chakra, which we know is at the base of our spine. This chakra is responsible for our sense of belonging in this world. It's responsible for our sense of security, where we feel stable. So it's very much about things like our shelter, our food, our financial stability. It's about all the things that make us feel stable and grounded in this life, our home situation. How are we supported in life? The base of our spine being this root chakra, the base, we want to make sure we have a solid foundation before we start building up. Just like if we work in construction, if our base on our apartment building or any structure that we're building is not solid, as we continue to build, the base will not hold. We won't have that solid foundation. So we really want to make sure we take the time this week to really root in to our first chakra, taking the time to really feel stable and grounded, connect to it, noticing your root chakra. You won't actually notice a physical chakra, but you'll notice things like your insecurities. You'll notice things about finances. You'll notice things that may come up for you this week dealing with your stability in life. Balance our root chakra on our yoga practice. It's a very grounding practice, so we will be staying very low for this practice, for this class today. You don't need any props with you, just your yoga mat. We'll also be adding some music, not to this video, but I will be adding a playlist alongside this video of 396 hertz, which is the sound that is balancing for the root chakra. So feel free to have that YouTube playlist play on a separate device. You can hear that in the background as you practice. Choice is yours. You can always practice without it as well. To start this practice, we are once again going to come onto a seated position, onto our mats. Find yourself in that nice, comfortable position, closing your eyes or softening the gaze and connecting to the breath. As we connect to the breath, allowing the inhales and the exhales to soften the body, allowing them to soften the mind. Using the exhale to allow anything that is not serving you in the moment just to leave the body. Any thoughts about the day, any worries we may have, any insecurities. It's allowing them to leave the body on the exhale. As we bring our awareness down to where we are touching the mat. So noticing any of your body parts that are touching, your sits bones, your ankles, perhaps the back of your thighs, so your hamstrings, your calves. Noticing where you have that connection with the earth. And as we bring our awareness to these areas and really use that breath to connect them, really feeling your weight, your body's weight on these areas of the body. Feeling the earth underneath you, supporting you, grounding you, holding you. Knowing that you are right where you are meant to be. And you have a right to be here. On your next inhale, if we have our eyes closed, we're slowly going to just lift our eyelids, softening the gaze in front of us on the floor. And when we are ready, we will all open our eyes, nice and bright. And again, checking in with where we're at, turning our head from side to side. And as we do, taking in your surroundings, connecting to your space, whether it's your home or anywhere else you may be practicing today. And rotate that neck down, and as we look down, connecting to the floor once again with our gaze, rocking that neck back and forth. Really noticing where we are in space and time. And allow the head to roll up again, taking in the space. When we come back to center, we will rotate the neck in the opposite direction. Inhale one more time in each direction. Allowing the head to come back to center. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, bring your hands start center. Inhaling up. Exhale, heart center. Inhaling up one more time. This time we're going to keep the hands up. As we keep our hands up, shoulder blades down the back. Our fingers are pointing up towards the ceiling. Spine is straight. Exhale, bring the hands back down alongside the body. We're going to take our legs out straight in front of us. Placing our hands just behind our hips, we're just going to, at this point, just point and flex our toes. We can do them together, or we can do one at a time. Just bringing some movement into those ankles. And when we're ready, we're going to take our right knee. We're going to bend that leg. We're going to cross it over the opposite leg. Coming up nice and tall, we have our right knee bent, crossed over. We're going to take up the opposite arm. So our left arm straight up. Nice big inhale in, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, come around to the outside of that knee. Right hand comes behind us, propping us up. Again, that nice bicycle kickstand, reminding us to come nice and tall anytime we twist. Our foot that is on that mat, making sure that is flexed. Once again, extending the twist into our spine, turning our head, looking over that shoulder, staying connected to the breath. Our next inhale, coming back to center, untwisting. Uncrossing this leg, changing sides. When we're ready, we are going to take the opposite leg. So we're going to take our left leg, crossing it over the right leg. When we're ready, that foot points. Nice big inhale in, lifting up that right arm, spine nice and tall, extending up. Exhale, finding your twist, coming back around. Remembering, neck is part of that spine. Turning our head, looking over that left shoulder. Extending that twist right into the back, all the way up the spine. Inhale, coming back to center, untwisting. So taking this leg back down. Once again, staff pose, taking our hands just behind our hips, propping us up, point and flex the toes. Forward bend when we're ready. Nice big inhale in, nice straight spine. Exhale, coming forward. Wherever we can get to here, whether we can come down onto our, by our kneecaps, on our shins, or right down by the toes. Forward bending, whichever works for you. Once we have our spine in position, try to keep it nice and straight. Inhale, lengthening. Exhale, dropping the head, allowing the spine to round. And next inhale, walking the hands back up. From here, we're going to bend both knees. Coming back to the center of our mat, I'm just turning here. We're going to allow the knees to drop to the side, soles of the feet to come together. Coming up nice and tall in those sits bones. We can bring our ankles in closer to the body. We're going to find ourselves in a very deep hip opener here. So we want to make sure that we're not coming in too close where this is uncomfortable. So you're going to find a position that works for you here. We're gently just going to hold on to the ankles at this point and just slowly begin to flutter those knees up and down. Taking our time. Sometimes we can do these moves very quickly in our practice, but today we really want to slow it down. We want to take our time, really connect. Noticing those sits bones underneath us, really grounding down, outsides of the foot, really connected to the earth. Our spine up nice and tall. When we're ready, we're going to allow the knees to settle, just coming to wherever works for them. We're going to walk our hands out gently in front of us, allowing our spine to round again. We're in a deep hip opener here, so we don't want to push this too far. Just coming to a spot where we are comfortable, connecting to the breath. Inhale, we're going to walk our hands back up. Gently take your hands to the outside of your knees. We're going to assist them back up, bringing them back. Legs are going to come out in front of us once again. Coming up nice and tall, finding that staff pose. One more time in our practice. Hands behind the hips, lengthening through the spine. This time we're going to take the legs nice and wide. So as we widen through the feet, again, keeping that spine up nice and tall. So nice big inhale in, exhale. We're going to bring our hands forward, walking it down, forward bending, allowing the spine to round, shoulders to relax, whether we keep our hands in front of us or grabbing onto the opposite foot. Your choice here. And when we're ready, bring the hands back to center, walking it back up. Once again, we're going to take our hands to the outside of the legs. We're just going to assist them coming back into the practice. From here, we're going to come right back down onto our backs. Finding yourself on your mat. We're going to start with our feet nice and wide. So we're going to walk them out. Knees are bent, walking the feet out so our baby toes find the edge of the mat. From here, we're going to windshield wiper the knees, working with the breath. So nice big inhale in, knees are up. Exhale, dropping them towards the side. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, opposite side. Continuing with your breath. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, twist. On your next exhale, whatever way your legs fall to, whichever side they fall to, allowing them to stay on that side, turning your head in the opposite direction of your knees, connecting to the breath. Your next inhale, bring the knees and the head back up to center. Exhale, knees fall to the opposite side, head turns to the opposite direction as well, connecting to the breath. Inhale, bring everything back to center. We're going to walk our feet back in, taking our legs out straight. From here, we're going to take our left knee in, grabbing a hold of it with our hands. We can either grab on top of the shin or we can grab underneath. Choice is yours, whatever works for you here. And as we come in and settle with that knee pulled in nice and snug, again, just where a spot that is comfortable for you. We don't want to be hurting ourselves through this practice. Nice, gentle practice, taking care of our bodies, giving ourselves that comfort and that nourishment. And as we're in this pose, bring our awareness once again down to our root chakra. So right down the base of our tailbone. And as we breathe, imagine the ball of energy, that chakra, increasing on the inhale, coming down on the exhale. Just imagine that energy ball just pulsating with our breath. Inhale, getting bigger. Exhale, coming smaller. Your next exhale, we're going to release this leg, the left leg down. Getting ready to change sides. When ready, bringing the right knee in. Again, grabbing a hold of that knee nice and snug. We can be on top of the shin, under the back of the leg, whatever works for you. And as we pull that knee in nice and comfy, settling in on the mat, connecting to the breath. And again, bringing our awareness to that root chakra. Pulsating the ball of energy with the breath. On the inhale, nice red ball grows. Exhale, it comes down just a little bit. Inhale, increasing. Exhale, decreasing. When we're ready, releasing that leg just enough so that foot's going to come to the floor. We're going to bring the other foot up so we have both knees bent. We're going to bring them in pretty close to the body. Then we're going to hug both knees in. So once again, when we're ready here, pulling both knees into the chest, beginning to point and flex those feet. Perhaps even rotating those ankles a little bit. So we allow the feet to settle, settling into the pose. Allowing the shoulders to settle, the body to settle. Once again, bringing our awareness to the base of our spine, that root chakra, our center of stability, of connection. Place where all our needs are met. When we're ready, on our next inhale, releasing the legs, coming down, bring ourselves up into a seated position. And once again, finding yourself in a nice, comfortable position, we're just going to cross our legs in the opposite direction of where we normally have them. Allowing the shoulders to relax, hands to our thighs, closing down your eyes or softening the gaze, connecting to the breath. Thank you once again for joining me for this practice, connecting to the root chakra. We will see you next week for the sacral chakra. Namaste.